Noah.
Glenn, good morning. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Okay, so before we talk about the show Undercover Billionaire, which I think this is a brilliant idea, this makes me want to watch this more than Undercover Boss, Glenn. So you were born to a struggling working class family. You were diagnosed with dyslexic at a very young age, and you also fathered a child at the age of 14. But now look at you, Glenn. You're successful, you're crushing it, and that leads me to ask you, what was the breakthrough for you? What made you say to yourself, hey, I want better for myself. I want to show my family what I can do out there in the real world.
Yeah, well, I think that, in life, adversity will take us, either make us stronger or it's going to set us back. And in my case, I think what I learned, especially having a daughter at 14, was that what I thought was the worst thing in my life, could become the best thing. And so began to look for silver linings and realizing that every time there's something that seems like a big issue, there's always something positive that can come out of it. And so that adversity really helped me through my life, through business, and then especially during this show.
Yeah, and now let's kind of talk about the show because I'm really excited for this. I'm going to watch this because it looks so interesting and I want to actually see if this is actually achieved. To everyone watching, they're going to get to try to see you build up $1 million company. Listen to this, you guys, only just in 90 days. What? So tell us about the show and what fans are going to be in for when they watch Undercover Billionaire.
Well, going from really a life of luxury to being stripped of everything and then having, basically just my name. Oh, I don't even have my name, my real name, but having no contacts. It was about really trying to see what I could do as far as grab people in the community and make a team and get people to believe in the vision. The first step, though, that was really hard was going from $100 because you have to learn to get through survival, right? You have to get to a place where you can thrive. And that was very difficult, and I learned a lot even about myself and other people and the compassion for people that live every day hand to mouth. And once I got past that part of going into thriving, it was more about building people around you that, that can help strengthen up areas where you might be weakened or where I might be weakened, and then getting them to believe in the vision and the dream and then going forward and trying to make something happen.
Glenn, what do you feel is going to make this show so much fun to watch on TV? What are the audiences really going to enjoy on Undercover Billionaire?
Well, I tell you what, if it was a straight line and it worked, I think it'd be pretty boring, actually. And in life, we don't have straight lines, right? I mean, usually it's, a couple steps forward, 1 or 2 steps back. And this definitely had a lot more twists and turns than I ever would have dreamed, and it very well paralleled my life, which is, I have been beat down more than I can tell you, and it's about getting back up. It's about making sure that you don't get defeated and you realize you got to keep a positive attitude and try to figure it out even when everything tells you it's not going to work. And so we had a lot of that in there, and more than I can tell you. I got to a place where I thought, why in the world would I have risked my whole reputation, 30-something years, to do something in front of America that makes me look like a fool? And so I wanted to get there. I said that beforehand. And when I got there, I absolutely did not want to be there. So, that's life, though,
Yeah. You're such an inspiration, Glenn. It's incredible to see what you've done with your life, knowing, kind of the backstory of you growing up, and then to see where you're at today, I think is pretty incredible to see. My last question for you is, kind of going back to what we were saying, now knowing kind of your backstory of you as a young kid growing up with a struggling working class family. Maybe there's someone that's watching this, somebody that, is wanting to achieve or, has high goals or, has high standards set for themselves that they want to achieve or accomplish in their lifetime. But, maybe they don't know the ways to go about doing that. What are, is some wisdom or some advice you would give to that person maybe that's watching or, to help get them to the next level?
Right. Well, I think that, when we look at our past, we can't do anything about it, right? I mean, we don't get to pick our parents. We are where we are. So if
Right.
we look backwards and we look at ourselves as a victim, then that's an issue right there. We need to stop and go forward and say, I want to learn from everything in my past. And what I need to do is make sure that I find ways to move forward in my life and feel happiness. And maybe it just means getting a job promotion. It doesn't have to go mean making $1 million business, but it's how do you take chances in life and then you feel good about it. And if it doesn't matter how old you are, but you should take a chance and you should be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, and at least I tried. So that's my kind of advice.
That's right. There's some motivation right there from Glenn, everyone. So, all right. Well, Glenn, thank you so much for speaking with me, taking some time to chat with me on this show this morning. Be sure to catch the premiere of Undercover Billionaire Tuesday, August the 6th, which is tonight at 10 p.m. on Discovery. So I'm looking forward to watching it. And thank you so much, Glenn. Best of luck with everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.